That is good. Kind of tastes like peanut butter.
Hope you're not allergic to peanut butter.
No.
Yikes. That would have been... I need to start asking that on the podcast.
Can you imagine if I was actually anaphylactic to peanut butter?
Well, I feel like you might have told me.
I don't know.
No, but if you saw a cookie, you'd be like, oh, if you were actually allergic to peanuts, peanut allergy viewers, you would definitely ask. Welcome back to Fk Salad, where we don't swear and we try lots of vegan food. Well, not lots of vegan food. We try some vegan food and we talk about life and we catch up with people and get to know people. Mm-hmm. Today's episode is with my new friend Lexi, who I've hung out with for 15 minutes before and have never talked to before.
Yeah.
So this is, say hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
It's been a while.
Yes. Lexi was part of the intro sequence that you've been seeing every week. She came through with my friend Zoe, who you obviously saw in the last episode. And she was actually answered the call when I said, hey, if you want to talk and come on the podcast, please let me know. And I'll be honest with you, Lexi, not many people have messaged me about that. So good for you. Oh, it doesn't.
I'm very excited. I'm so excited.
But it doesn't really concern me. I actually encourage if someone has something they want to talk about, then let's talk.
Yeah.
So thanks for coming on.
No worries. I'm always here, 24/7.
Why are you living downtown Toronto? What are you? I don't know who you are. I don't even know where to begin this.
Okay. I'm going to try and make this a little bit more simple.
Okay.
And easier to just follow through. But I was born and raised on an island in the middle of the Caribbean.
Which island?
St. Maarten.
Oh, St. Maarten.
St. Maarten.
Lovely.
Yeah. So I was born and raised on a small island surrounded by water, it's all fun and games, and beaches are nice and nice tans and stuff, but came to the point where I actually had to experience real life, and I had no idea what the outside world was. So I was literally stranded on this rock for my whole life.
I have family in St. Lucia.
Oh.
And Trinidad and
Tobago.
My family is actually from the islands. I know that I have my cousins down there. They're not leaving, and if they leave, they'll leave just for university, and then that's it.
Yeah, you're so isolated from real experiences. I literally, my high school was next to a beach. Whenever I went to the beach, my school was right there. I used to literally have lunch breaks and sit on the sand and look at the waves crashing. So it was pretty dope, but I really got lost in that lifestyle, and I was so my mind was set on, this is the rest of my life, living on a beach. My dad owned a restaurant, he wanted me to take over, and I was like, that's crazy. This is going to be me for the rest of my life, living on this small island? No, I want to do something with it.
Do other people that you surrounded with in high school want to leave the island as well?
A lot of people in St. Maarten are born and raised in St. Maarten because they had family there, because they had a legacy they have to upkeep, and it's some of them just go to school in Holland because it's half Dutch and half French, and then they come back, and then they stay there and have a family there. But some people, my parents were both my mom's Australian, my dad's American. He moved to St. Maarten to open a business with his brother when he was young, and my mom was visiting fresh out of college, just on a vacation with her friends, and they met my dad, and they just decided to grow a family there for the beginning, for the most recent years, so that I could learn French and go to French school and get a French passport.
Oh.
So
you have a French passport?
I have 4 passports.
Whoa, that's crazy. I don't think I've ever met anyone with 4, let alone 3.
Yeah, 4 passports. I can speak about I'd say 3.5 languages, and I don't know, I'm super foreign. A lot of people are what the fuck are you? But my blood is Australian and American, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
So why are you in Toronto? Why the city? And how did you get here?
What? I was going to an international Canadian school.
Okay.
And I basically had like this, like a couple of schools around the city that came and like did this whole like introduction, and they were like, hey, come to us, like we want internationals. But we would have like, you know, an Ontario diploma. And I ended up looking at George Brown's fashion program, and I was like, yeah, this is dope. Like, I don't really know what the fuck I want to do in my life, and I like creative and business, so I just combined both of them and decided to do fashion, which actually ended up not being what I wanted to do. So I just ended up moving to George Brown like residence, and I've been living here since because Toronto's cool. Yeah.
Right on. So what is it that you want to do now then?
I'm trying to be a graphic designer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. It's a lot of work, but like just the other day I was paid like $50 for like a 2-minute piece of work.
Got it. Well, that's better rates than I pay some of my friends. Sorry, Jack.
Whoops.
No, but that's the industry, right? You have like a talent, and are you like are you promoting yourself anywhere right now, or how are people like? Or is it just like you're still like learning it, like?
Yeah, I'm not trying to like, you know, put myself out there right now because I'm not like trying to get anywhere. I'm just being myself, doing what I want to do. I have like an art page and like a slight photography page. So I have like 3 Instagrams, like my main one, my art page, my photography page.
Hustle.
So I just have, and I post whatever I want on whatever them. They don't have a lot of followers, but it's not a big deal to me. Like, it's just what I like to do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you picked a good city.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I'm still getting to know Toronto, but I mean, as a good spot to kind of be for now, I guess. Like, or are you? What do you have like long-term goals in terms of like you can probably still hear the waves?
Yeah.
You probably miss it actually.
No,
kind
it's
of.
not. It's not calling.
It's not calling though.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's good. I just like, we sold our big, huge house down there. You know, I don't have family down there. Like, there's nothing. Why am I going to go down there? The only reason why is to get a tan and get drunk. Like, that's the only reason why.
Yeah.
Go on a beach.
Wow.
You know?
So it's pretty much like behind you now.
Yeah. I've
cool.
finally realized it's time to step forward and not look back on older things, and, you know, like, just keep going. Like, do something different.
I love that.
Yeah.
What would you say is like helped you the most in terms of like keeping that like forward thinking vision rather than looking back? Because it's very easy to look back.
I'd say a lot of people like looking back because it's their comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like everyone wants to go back to something, you know, they felt really comfortable in and protected, and, you know, no harm, right? But to me, I like the thrill. I like the adrenaline of going into a city that you have no idea, like, you don't know a single person. I didn't know a single person up here. Funny story, just gonna break it in here.
Please do.
I had known Zoe for about 5 years previous to coming here, throughout like social media. Like, I followed her Instagram. I found her Instagram because I had an exchange program in Kitchener.
In Kitchener?
And
that's where I'm from.
Yeah.
What exchange program?
It was just with my school.
But like what school did you go to?
Well, I did.
Like a high school or something?
I ended up, everyone else in my group went to Kitchener, but I was in Stratford. I went to Stratford Central.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I did university in Stratford.
Really?
We have our first Stratford fan on the podcast. No, a lot of people that I went to university with, we enjoyed our program, but at the end of the day, actually, because we had to commute from Kitchener-Waterloo to Stratford every day, it was kind of annoying for driving out for like a 3-hour class.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But in that forward motion thinking, we don't look back at university. I mean, it's nice too, but I'm in the real world now, so just kind of embracing it. Do you want to continue on with like graphic design? Is that kind of your calling right now then?
I have like a little bit of a, you know, like a spark in me that's like trying to like get illuminated, I guess, or like try and grow.
Yeah.
But I feel like add a little bit of a fuel, and the graphic design is a little bit of fuel, and then eventually I'll find my calling and I'll be like, oh, okay, well, this is what I want.
Speaking of graphic design, I'm going to run a little ad. We'll be right back. Don't know what I was thinking there. Graphic design, I wasn't going to promote myself. Okay, so I didn't touch on the vegan aspect at the start. Do you want sweet or savory? This is a big question. You might be disappointed with one of the answers because it's one of them's my leftovers.
Okay.
But your choice for today is sweet or savory.
I'm gonna go for sweet.
Glove box.
What is it?
It's a little cookie.
Oh my god, a vegan cookie.
Oh, it's not a vegan cookie. It's just a cookie.
Oh.
I mean,
Don't tell the viewers.
that's one word that I don't like, vegan cookie, because it's literally a cookie. It tastes no different. It's just a cashew cookie.
Do I get to hear all?
You can have a bite.
Okay.
You don't need to tell me how it is or anything. It's not like a...
Can I oh my god, that crumbles.
That's one of my only pet peeves is when someone says, oh, it tastes just like a real cookie. It's like, well, it's just a different type of... just like not made with eggs or milk.
Which is probably just as delicious.
Just as delicious, if not better for you.
This is really good.
But my family, I don't like many sweet foods, but my family gets this like really nice coconut cake.
Oh, I love coconut.
That's why I'm bringing it up, because it takes me back to the islands. We're not staying on resorts when we go, right? We're staying in our
People's
families,
houses.
like in houses.
Yep.
I mean, you can roll your eyes at that whole culture. You see it, you see both sides, I'm sure, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, what do you see from that? Yeah.
I mean, moving to the city, comparing to like the island, I say everyone knows your business on an island. Like, it's just like a small town. Anywhere, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone knows who you are. Whether you know them or you don't really know them,
Yeah.
they know something on you and they know something about you, and then they, you know, that's a bad example on you, and then just stuff goes down eventually. And I felt like I was so restricted. I could not be myself. Like, I couldn't wear what I wanted to wear, and because I was going into fashion, you know, I was trying to, like, you know, have a style and like try and do something. And people think, like, they thought it was so weird when you tried to change up your style or look different than other people. They got so defensive, and it's like, whoa, like, relax.
You're defending the island. You're like being rude to the island kind of thing, or like...
No, they're just like, you can't be yourself. Like, they're very judgy. Like, they'll judge you so hard because they're so used to like being isolated from the world. I have about 4 people from St. Maarten that I went to high school with.
Oh, okay.
So
there was people that were kind of like feeling, or their families are still down there, I guess, maybe.
No, their families are still there. They're going back.
Right.
Oh yeah, they're for sure. All of them are going back. But at the time, like when I came up here, like I didn't really know anybody.
Oh, right.
Until I walked through the halls and I was like, oh my God, wait, what? You're from St. Maarten. Like, there was someone that knew my dad and didn't know me, right?
Yeah, that's
I was
wild.
like, I'm Lexi Turner, you know Tropical Wave, the restaurant. They're like, Pat Turner, yeah, Pat Turner. I'm like,
Tropical Wave.
That's me.
Little plug for your dad. So he sold the restaurant then?
yeah. So, well, he didn't sell it, actually. He was in the middle of a court case trying to get rid of it. And the only way he could get rid of it is if a natural disaster happened. And that's what happened. We had a natural disaster.
No.
We had a huge hurricane.
What year was that?
In 2017, we had a
Right.
huge hurricane that
I think I remember that.
Yeah, huge hurricane that came and wiped the whole island clean off the map. It was
Wow.
crazy. And at that point, you know, it was...
That's kind of sad, but...
It was really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was really sad.
And you were down there for all of that. That's pretty